Hi cuties! If no one has told you already today, I want you to know that you are charming. Do you get it? Do you get it? We're using charms. For those of you that are new, welcome. I am Jem, and in today's pick a card reading, we are going to be discussing what is the urgent spirit message you need to hear right now. So, it's going to be a quick reading. We have 8 different piles, so we have a lot of different piles, but each one is going to be like 5 minutes long, so it's going to be a quick urgent message. So in pick a card readings, you can view them how you like. You can watch the whole video, or you could watch whatever pile catches your eye, as long as you take what resonates and leave the rest. Disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. You can decide your own future, and you have your own free will. Also know that every reader reads differently. I tend to read very candidly and honestly, so there could possibly be some deep messages. And before we hop right into the video, there's different ways you can help out this channel. One is by subscribing, the biggest way you could help, and another is checking out my DEPOP where I sell personal readings. That's linked in the description. Each one is 20 minutes long with any deck you desire. I show every single deck that I use in all my videos listed on the DEPOP, so you could choose whatever one, and it will be posted unlisted on YouTube for your eyes only. Also, I have an Amazon wish list of desired decks if you're feeling generous. Know that any donations are extremely appreciated but not expected. I thank you for taking the time out of this day to watch this video. So, let's hop right in because we have a lot to discuss, a lot to look at. So, I think we should just move all these piles off to the side for right now. Or actually, let's just look at each one for where it is. So we have KO here. This makes me think of Knockout. I'm not gonna really say much of what I think. I'm just gonna like show you the initials because this could be someone's initials. We also have a heart here, so this could be possibly a love reading. We have P, we have B, we have U, we have Q. So those are the initials for pile 1. We also have like a little like pearl inside of a clam seashell. We also have like this infinity looking double infinity sign. We also have a key here. We have a bike. Bikes could be significant. If you're feeling called towards the bike, you may want to choose pile 1. We also have this little like Taurus. This makes me think of Taurus, as well as like this little bull horn thing. Maybe that's a certain piercing someone may have. So if that resonates, pick pile 1. Now we have pile 2. We have a little angel here. We have a little helicopter. We have Y, R. This could be a Z or an N. I'm gonna say N more specifically. We have J. We have JC. We have P, MP. We have 2 Ps. This makes me think of PM, maybe something late at night. We have a little music. We have another angel. We have 2 angels here. We have another music note. So music could be significant in the pile 2. We have S, we have A, we have P, we have X, and we have F, and a 9. Number 9 represents the number. I think it's, let me see. Number 9 represents fruition, attachment, attainment, and fulfillment. I meant attainment, not attachment. Attainment and fulfillment is what number 9 is. So that resonates, pick pile 2. For pile 3, we have G, V, I, 6, 13. I'll say what 6 means. We have Y. We have a little windmill. We have a crossbow. This makes me think of Cupid's bow. We have a little cell phone. And we have N, initial N, or letter N. I meant initial. We have, so for 6 represents communication, cooperation, and harmony. I'm not really sure what the number 13 represents. This could be like a date or something, or someone's age. That might be significant in this reading. Okay, now for pile 4, we have K, J, we have a Sagittarius specifically. We have a Scorpio specifically, so signs. We have a little Mexican sombrero, makes me think of Day of the Dead. And then we have a little, this seahorse makes me think of Pisces. We have C. We have 2 V's. This makes me think of, I just thought of Valentine's Day since it's coming up. So that could be significant, or V initial could be significant. We have little scissors. Like, I think this makes me think of cutting, like cutting someone off maybe. We have panda. We have the number 5, which represents change, instability, and conflict. We have a little cowboy hat here. So if any of that resonates, you may want to pick pile 4. Pile 5, now we have Gemini twice. We have the Gemini symbol came out twice. So there could be 2 Geminis in this reading, or maybe there's just someone who's a Gemini that is very significant in this reading. We have NF, we have M, we have K, we have O, we have G, we have the number 18, we have another K, we have the devil, so this makes me think of addiction, potential prediction. I meant addiction, maybe. We have a little lotus like flower here, a little flower. Initial L. At least we have this little circle thing. This makes me think of a ring and how everything's connected. And then we have little penguins like father penguin and baby penguin. So if that resonates, pick pile 5. We have pile 6. We have a little crown here. We have a little peach. This could be someone's butt, like makes me think of someone's butt. We have the number 3. 3 represents creativity, groups, and growth. We have P. We have T. We have a lot of initials. D, M, J. J came twice. We have T. T came twice. We have 2 Qs, so someone's name could start with Q. We have 2 M's, 3 M's. We have S, E, and then we have a candy cane, and we have like this little pentacle with like a star. We have a little half pentacle, and we have like a star and a moon symbol. So if that resonates, pick pile 6. Pile 7, we have the number 4. 4 represents structure, stability, manifestation. And we also have the number 0. 40 could be a significant number. We also have the 0, though, could represent new beginnings. It also could represent nothing. Could also represent like an absence of something. It could also represent like the Fool card. Fool is the number 0, so like new beginnings, jumping in with both feet, risk taker, maybe a little bit of immaturity. We also have E, we have M, we have J, we have I, and then the rest is a lot of like little charms. We have 2 crosses. We have one with Jesus on it, and we have another cross. This could be potentially like religion. I think it's Catholic and Christianity could be significant in this reading. We also have a little like seaweed rice. This makes me think of Japan or Japanese food or sushi or I don't know if it's just Asian cuisine, I mean. We have a little star with a fairy in it, so maybe like fairy tales could be significant, or Tinkerbell. We have cards. This makes me think of like playing cards or gambling. We have a little Christmas candy cane, and we have a key here. So if that's significant, pick pile 7. Then for pile 8, we have the number 7. We have J, Q, another J. We have P, 2 P's. We have N, we have M. We have the number 20, could be an age or someone's date, some sort of date. We have Virgo specifically here. We have a seahorse. This makes me think of Pisces. We also have like this little toolbox here with like a little shovel. So toolbox. We have a little like dove with a letter. So this could be like literally, you know how doves represent love, and then like love messages could be something. We have a Pegasus. This makes me think of like fairy tale, like spiritual world maybe. We have a hummingbird, or like this looks like a, I think it's like a hummingbird. And then we have a little spiritual evil eye hand thing. And then we have a little bow tie, bow here. So if that is significant to you, you may want to pick pile 8. Okay, thank you so much. And let's start with pile 1. Hello, my beautiful pile 1s. If you chose the first pile of charms, this will be your reading on what the urgent spirit message you need to hear right now is. So first, I think this overall message is saying how spirit is proud of you. They are proud of the woman, specifically because we have queen, that you are becoming. You don't have to be a woman. This could just be the person you are becoming. The Queen of Swords, you could be becoming very independent, someone who has a lot of unbiased judgment. You're setting clear boundaries, having direct communication. You're being a thing that it says, I'm tough, I'm ambitious, and I know exactly what I want. And if that makes me a bitch, okay. Like, that's like the quote, best quote for Queen of Swords. It's like, you don't care what people are thinking of you or what they have to say. You are respecting yourself and setting clear boundaries and communicating well and respectfully. I think you're also learning when to address a situation and when to speak up and say and set boundaries and you're also picking and choosing when to fight. Like when to pick a fight. Like you are pick and choose your fights. That message. Like it's like you are picking and choosing when you should address the situation and when you should just let it go. And you're finding a balance between that. I think another thing is, what else? You're not letting anyone's judgments pierce through you. You're not tripping twice about it. You also have a great sense of intuition. I'm getting like someone who, you could just see through people and see when their words ain't acting up. Like it says action speaks louder than words. You could tell people this a lot, or maybe you are starting to acknowledge this message a little bit more, or maybe you're starting to see this message more and it's saying action speaks louder than words. You see people's intentions through their actions, and you're not assuming right off the bat. Like when something happens, you're like, maybe I should keep an eye on that, but you start to see overall a bunch of messages through their actions. So they'll show you, someone will show you constantly that they don't care through their actions, and you will pay attention and see that and be like, your actions don't line up. You clearly do not care, and they could tell you all you want to hear, but you don't fall for that shit because you see it through their actions, and that's how you're able to read people. These names could be significant. Maybe more specifically with your love life. Maybe there's a love relationship where you maybe have left, or maybe you started to see that, it says actions speak louder than words, and you are not falling for people's shit anymore. You're starting to see through people's garbage. And another message specifically from someone could be that they love your smile. They love how you smile. We also have these charms here. So B, R, D, N, M, Q, J, another M. M could be significant. We have A and P. We have a little death skull here. This makes me think of poison, or a death of a situation, maybe an end of something where maybe you weren't being taken seriously, or you weren't respected and you walked away from it. And Spirit is saying we are proud of you, that you're respecting yourself and you're speaking up your boundaries. We have a Christmas little decoration here with a little ornament hanging out, so that could be significant. Maybe during Christmas time. We also have a little star here. This makes me think of Aquarius energy. You could be an Aquarius, or you could have an Aquarius placement that makes you start to think more logically. The color blue could be significant. This makes me think of wealth and thinking more logically. So I think you are definitely maybe in a place right now where you're thinking more logically. The star represents some words such as connections here or outwardly, meaning you could have connections to the spirit realm, or a lot of connections in reality, grounded reality with people. Community could be very significant to you. We got support. Maybe you're being very supported or have a lot of support, or you could be very supportive. We have ancestors, your guides. You could be very supported by your ancestors and your guides, maybe in the spirit realm. You are very supported, and everyone here is very proud of you. These spirits are saying we are so proud of you, and you're doing amazing, and keep pushing. We also have connecting the dots. You could be someone who's very in tune. You're able to see the connections, for example, when actions speak louder than words. More in a more spiritual realm, you have great intuition. And it says synthesis, alchemy, desire, inspiration, sparks, cultivation, and spiritual. Those are the little words. And Those are like the words of what this card represents. And then let's see what words we got here. So gallery, you may go to like an art gallery or some sort of gallery that might be significant, might be important. We have burglar. There could be someone, maybe a burglary, what? Compassion is a way of being, maybe a message for this. You're thinking very logically, you're thinking very cold-heartedly about the whole thing, and that's great because you are putting yourself first and you don't care to be, if someone calls you a bitch, who cares? But a little message could be maybe bringing more compassion towards others might be a good direction, like finding a balance with that. We have education. Maybe you work like education, or education right now is significant. We have Jupiter. You could possibly have your Aquarius and Jupiter maybe on your chart. We have armadillo, could be significant. We have growth. You're growing a lot. You're going through a lot of growth. And lastly, we have indigestion. You could be possibly having some stomach problems that might be significant, and you might want to start working on your health and improving that. So pile one, that is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing. I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile twos. If you chose this, if you chose the charms for pile two, this will be your reading on what is the spirit urgent message you need to hear right now. So we got the 10 of Wands in reverse, which represents doing it all, carrying the burden, delegation, and release. So you may be pursuing or doing a lot of different things. When I was shuffling this deck, I saw a couple different messages. One was a Renaissance man in reverse. I also saw House of Pleasures, and then Self-Love lastly came out. So you could definitely be trying to pursue a lot and doing it all, and it's kind of like a burden on your back, weighing a lot on you. You could be pursuing too much, and it's making you burnt out. You could be getting tired, carrying the burden. You could also be possibly taking on a load for other people, like maybe people are asking you to do things for them, and it's pushing you to possibly a breaking point, to the point where maybe you need to relax and set better boundaries with people who might be asking you to do too much. With the 10 of Wands too, it says delegation and release. There may be something specific you need to release. Maybe it is a certain thing you may or you're maybe trying to pursue that you might need a release. It could be like a hobby or possibly a career path that maybe isn't serving you the best right now. Maybe it needs to be let go of for right now. Because it might be causing you a big burden. And this could also be possibly a passion you may have for someone that might need to be released or delegated. I'm not really sure what delegation means. I assume like to look upon and like delegate like what effort or what energy you're gonna put in each one, I guess. So I'm not really sure. That's might something you want to look up. We have twin flame here. So whenever I see twin flame, I get a little concerned because twin flame can become very toxic, because that message is like, people always assume twin flame is like, oh, this person's meant to be in my life and we'll be together forever. And everything will work out, sunshine and rainbows. And this sometimes helps, or this sometimes harms people from setting healthy boundaries because they just assume that they can take whatever if someone is disrespecting them. Twin flame means that this person is, yes, like a twin flame, someone that is meant to be in your life, and or it doesn't mean that they'll be in your life forever. It could be in for a short period of time. It could be someone that was just meant to be in your life for a certain amount of time. That was a twin flame for you, like someone who you feel very connected with. It doesn't mean if this person, however this person acts, maybe they could be disrespectful, doesn't mean you can't love them from a distance, doesn't mean that you could be friends with them. This doesn't mean that it has to be a love connection. This could also just be a friendship. But there could be someone in your life that maybe you need to release that's a twin flame. There could be someone in your life that maybe you maybe take on a lot of burdens for, do a lot of work for them. There could be something like that because it's right next to each other. We also have make some tea and watch a movie and come back to this later. You could be thinking about this a lot right now and it may be causing you some stress, and this is saying, your spirit guides are saying, try to relax your mind, maybe do some meditation, maybe some journaling, let it out, let all this energy out, and relax. You need to like actually, put yourself in a more relaxing mind state. I'm kind of getting anxious just like even doing this reading, so you could be feeling very anxious. Take a deep breath. Make some tea to calm you down. Maybe you need to take some sort of vitamins or start putting some self-love, putting yourself first maybe a little bit, because you could be giving a lot to other people, and this is saying you need to start putting yourself first. Put some love into yourself and, start taking better care of yourself. We have being pretty isn't everything. Maybe you're very concerned on how you look or how people perceive you to be pretty. And honestly, their opinions don't matter whether they find you attractive or not. Maybe you just aren't their type. And that's perfectly okay. Everyone has different types, and you are beautiful in your own way, and that's something that's your perspective and something you should perceive and believe in yourself, like that you are pretty and good enough. Also, maybe stop worrying so much about your appearance, because one person may think that you're gorgeous and another person may think you're not their type, and that's perfectly fine. Everyone has preferences and different perspectives. Your perspective should be that you are pretty, because you should be lifting yourself up, not tearing yourself down. And also start working on yourself without your outside like appearance. Start working on yourself internally, working on your mind, working on your spirit, working on your mentality, your mental state. We also have family doesn't end in blood. Maybe you have difficulties with family, and this could just be saying your friends are also your family. Family doesn't end in blood. Anyone could be your family. Other people could be your family. They don't have to be blood related. You also might have difficulties with your family. This is saying like you don't need your family if your family is someone you may not be able to have in your life. Okay, we have another symbols here. We have a windmill. We have handmade. We have a little, you might be doing like your own personal business where things are handmade, and maybe that's causing you a lot of stress because it's a lot of work. We have SM. This makes me think of small. You might be making shirts. We have a little like wave here going with the flow. We have a little Hello Kitty with a like guitar. We have MF. We have L, G. We have D. We have C. This makes me think of large. We have Pisces, seahorse. That could represent with that. We have a little cat here. We have a key. We have a D. And what are some of the words? We have edibles. You might be taking edibles. Maybe you need to relax. We have hazard. There could be hazardous. Maybe staying away from that might not be doing you too. Edibles might not be doing you too much good, and maybe they could be hazardous to your body. Maybe you need to start taking better care of yourself. We have holographic. Maybe there's something specifically that is holographic in your life right now. We have architect. Could be significant. Maybe you are putting a lot of work in architecture or becoming an architect, and maybe you need to take a relax because you might burn yourself out. We have defective. There could be something that's defective. We have body. Something about your body. Maybe start admiring your body more. You might see yourself as defective, and maybe you should start admiring your body more. And we have judging. Maybe people judging the way you look, and judging your body. Who the fuck cares? Fuck them. Their opinion doesn't matter. You are gorgeous, beautiful, no matter what anybody else says. And you should believe that and truly believe it. Your validation is the only validation that matters. Who cares what other people think? Fuck them. Literally. Middle finger. Yeah, so main message, start working on your self-love. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing. And I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye! Wow. Okay, this one is going to be a doozy. Pile 3. So, pile 3. We have you were given an extra 2 cards because it was forced to come out, so I'm just gonna take them. I think this overall message from Spirit Guide is you need to change your ways. Whatever is going on right now, you need to make a change. And I think it has something to do with your love life. With your love, I think the spirits or whoever's watching over you sees your love as obsession, compulsion over a romantic object of desire. You could be romanticizing and fantasizing like a passionate romantic relationship, and it could be doing you a lot of harm. This could be like a limerent relationship. You could be so in this fantasy world of like needing love to be romantic and having this desire and stuff instead of like it's kind of a difficult subject to explain, but it's basically like you enter a relationship because you romanticize it and you see it as like you vision this person as a different person than who they actually are, and you're not accepting them for who they are. It's kind of like you're seeing them as someone else, or that they're going to change or become someone different. And instead of like fantasizing and becoming obsessed with this, different person, you need to let that go and accept them for who they are, without judgment and their flaws, because you putting them on a pedestal, imagine them that they're perfect. They're not perfect. No one's going to be perfect. You need to let it go and accept their flaws and accept your flaws and stop romanticizing everything and being in this luminant fantasy world. You could also become very obsessive, compulsive. It also talks about of a romantic desire, attachment to the point of mania. Like you become so attached to this that it drives you crazy, and desperation for it. It says refusal to let the relationship end. Maybe you need to let it go. You need to let this relationship end and let it go. You could be attached to this person and it's saying you need to let it go. It says refusal to let a relationship end. You could be also a sex addict. Maybe you're so dependent and connected to them sexually and you need to let the sex go. It also says repetitive abuse patterns in a romantic entanglement. Maybe like abusive patterns such as like trying to change the person, or mentally abusive, like controlling, forceful, manipulative, things like that. Yeah, so this is kind of a rough message. We also have not good enough for you. This could be a message saying maybe this person is just not good enough for you, or maybe there's more to be out there. You could be also making this person feel like they're not good enough for you. Maybe you have very high expectations because of this like whole romanticist, perfection, looking for a perfect relationship and not accepting flaws because you're in this fantasy world. And this is saying like, you really need to let that go. It says take a nap and relax to recover. Maybe this person's more of a person that relax, and that could be something that maybe you're not accepting, and maybe this could be a message you need to take a nap and relax to recover. We also have thinking about you right now. This person could be thinking about you right now. And we also have people make mistakes. This person isn't perfect and will never be perfect, and that's something that you need to really discuss with yourself. Is this something I'm willing to sacrifice my love life with for this person to be the way they are? Or am I going to leave this relationship, find someone else that can provide me what I'm looking for? And you may not ever find someone that you're looking for because your expectations or your fantasy perspective of romance and passion doesn't exist. You could be romanticizing perfection, and it's like you will never find a perfect relationship that will provide you everything you want. So it's time to be more grounded in reality. And also it's saying change. There needs to be some change here. There's instability, there's conflict, there needs to be some change. And you need to change. That is like the number one message here. Change. You could also be changing soon, We have imply. We have evaluation. You could be implying that they're not good enough for you. We also have bliss, and we have guinea pig. Those could be significant messages. We also have a cowboy hat. We have a little mermaid. You could be like a siren or expect like a siren. And when I say that, it means like you're expecting someone to be like this person to seduce you and always seduce you, and someone who's like this fantasy, like beautiful person. Everything's about seduction, passion, sex, and lust and desire. But in reality, love isn't that. That's, not healthy love. That's not authentic love. That's maybe in the beginning, but it becomes something quite different. We have a guitar. So this person could play guitar, someone could play guitar. We have R, could be an initial, and we have wrench. I think this could be throwing a wrench into things, like maybe not ending this relationship when it needs to be ended. Positive outlook, though, we have the Judgment card, which talks about, what did it talk about? It's number 20, and it talks about the choice is made. Maybe you already made the choice to leave, and it says it's a wake-up call, eternal change, it's time to change, nothing will be the same. Your relationship possibly won't ever be the same with this person, and that's okay. You need to change. The relationship needs to change. And evolution is at hand, rebirth, heeding the call of your heart, unfolding joy. Things need to change. Okay, thank you so much, Pile 3. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye! Hello, my beautiful pile 4s. If you chose the 4th pile of charms, this will be your reading on what is your urgent spirit message. So, first I want to talk about the star card. So one message I think that they're trying to explain to you and say to you is you could possibly not be really grounded in reality. I think you could definitely be up in the clouds overthinking things. Maybe a lot in your head, and to the point where it's kind of like you're in this like fantasy world. You're not like grounded in reality, and this is saying like don't lose your sight, don't lose your groundedness. You could be very in like a spiritual realm, but it's like you need to find some groundedness within yourself. Like for example, there could be something that you may have no proof for, that maybe you are really like overthinking a lot, and this is saying like start paying attention to reality and what is in front of you, what is shown in reality. There could be some sort of like obsessive overthinking of something that could possibly be doing you some harm, and it's saying you need to be a little bit more grounded in reality. I think another message could be you could be losing your sight and getting more clouded judgment, losing yourself. You could be losing your intuition, not in touch. Like there's some sort of disconnect. So intuition, the way I see intuition is you have, your body is given all these different messages, whether it's like people's energies. Like for example, you could tell when people's vibes are off a bit. You can tell when there's like some sort of weird situation going on. There's like messages of like energies or like people's body language or people's actions, paying attention to people's actions. Those are pieces of evidence that your body uses to create this sense of intuition. And then you're like able to make a judgment and be like, hey, like something doesn't seem right. And that's your intuition telling you that, and telling you, what path to take or what decision to make, you using your intuition. That's how I see it. That's my opinion. But when it's like, there's a difference between falling into this overthinking fantasy world is when you start to have no proof of anything and you're just kind of overthinking or like assuming or predicting or something that you may have no real evidence for, that could be an overthought or just paranoia or obsessive like thinking or fantasy thinking. And those are the thoughts you want to steer away from and not let control you. And that's where this is like, you might have clouded judgment and you could be in this little fantasy world. And now it's saying you need to find a balance between your intuition and cut off that like overthinking thought process, like that like obsessive paranoia or whatever, and start becoming more grounded in reality, finding a balance with that as well, because seeing things for what they are and what's being said and what their actions are really being said, are being shown. Like, don't like assume that someone's like, for example, like someone will not text you back, right? And your automatic assume is that, oh, they don't care, they don't want to text me. When you might have only one action showing you that, like there's only one time that they did that, or a couple times that they did that, and your thought is immediately that, and you're like assuming, and you know, but in reality, if you just had a conversation with them and talked about it, and they say, oh, like, yeah, I'm not really that good at texting, or sorry, I couldn't get back to you, or something like that, that's what would be grounded in reality. If you catch my drift, it's like you have to find a balance between intuition and reality, because yes, like in some cases someone could be ignoring your messages like a lot and trying to give you like trying to like let you know nicely that they're not interested, and that could be something that like, you know, that you have to figure out and use your intuition to see if that's what you feel is true, or is it like, you know, this person is just not good at texting, if that makes sense. Also, it says work through your fears here. I think I'm just gonna like move on from this, but another message here from the star is lack of faith, despair, self-trust. Maybe you just need to start trusting yourself more, trusting your intuition, and not the overthinking stuff I was talking about, not that obsessive paranoia stuff. Thinking of like what your intuition is trying to tell you. Trust your intuition. You could be kind of like depressed or sad or falling into despair. Maybe you need to find something to motivate you, feel more happiness in your life. We also have lack of faith, maybe finding, having more faith in your goals and who you are, having more faith in yourself. We have working through your fears. You need to work through your fears. Some of the messages that is within this is saying like you could be going through a rebirth, like a change. And it says, this card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as a phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as birth, death, and rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little bit dark. Almost certainly there won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transformative. This card also suggests that if you know you are magical, then it's time to work your magic. It can be heard that also that there's a start of a sexier time. If you have been experiencing something of a drought and lack of emotional intimacy on the menu, Scorpio is a sign you'll likely go through a deep body and mind and spirit cleanse. Know that there's us coming up and nothing is superficial about what is coming your way. Have some sexy time. Additional message, time to let go of any grudges you're holding. Move on from jealousy. Stop being obsessive. It could be if you're being paranoid, and make an investment. Those are some additional messages. We also have spontaneously making plans. Maybe you need to start making plans towards your favorite location. Also know C's get degrees. Don't be so paranoid or stressing out so much about your grades. You'll get through it. No matter, like, you should still try hard, but also know like even C's get degrees. Don't kill yourself. We also have understand other people's views are not just your own, are not your own. Just because someone may believe something doesn't mean that it's the truth or that it's real. You make your own mind, you make your own beliefs, you make your own perspectives. Don't let other people's opinions and beliefs influence you and what you believe. We have these charms, INXKEFQM. Those could be initials. We have a little boy, we have a bear, we have a mermaid, siren. This could be like, you know, obsessive, romanticizing, like seduction. That could be some sort of obsessiveness going on that maybe needs to be healed from. We also have a little frog here. That could be something. And then we have pray for us, little Jesus, Saint Christopher charm thing here. We also have Jager, or is that Jaguar? I'm dyslexic, so I'm not really sure. We have forest. We have Andorra could be a name. We have growth. You could be going through a lot of growth. We have conceptual, maybe thinking, this is a very conceptual message. So it could be very conceptual. We also have failures. Could be something. Okay, thank you so much, Pile 4. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing. And I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye! Hello, my beautiful Pile 5s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose Pile 5, this will be your reading about what is the urgent spirit message you need to hear right now. So we have, it's funny how it's Pile 5 and we have 5 of Wands. So 5 of Wands basically represents a card that the key words for this card is rivalry, opponents, disagreement, competition, clashing egos. There could be someone that you may be clashing a lot with, and it may be specifically with family because it talks about the 5 brothers. They all deeply have love for each other, but once in a while they are bickering, play fighting, you know, in facing conflict, like fighting with each other, but they always, you know, they still love each other. And so it always says a resolution of strife comes with good communication, talking to each other and communicating before getting physical. Obviously, like, it's better not to get physical, but it's like, you know, they're like fighting each other. So you could be possibly in a situation where you might be fighting with like a family member and or having issues with a family member, and maybe the communication could possibly help resolve this situation, like talking to them. We have good idea here. You could possibly be having a good idea about exactly something with this person and maybe to address it. We also have dress for the occasion. You may need to get dressed up for something. Maybe you're going somewhere that needs to be dressed for the occasion, like maybe you have to be dressed formal or something, or some sort of like dressing up for something could be a message. We also have be honest with yourself. There could be something that you need to be more honest with yourself, maybe when it comes to your money, because this talks about money here and talks about business. This could be a business related or money related situation. Your family could possibly be facing scarcity, not a lot of money. You could be possibly suffering from poverty, because it talks a little bit about saving your money and scarcity of money. You may need to find, maybe you need to start working, or maybe you're fighting with your family about money, or there could be some sort of issue that needs to be communicated better. And maybe this is saying possibly dressing for a job interview, or it also says possibly holding on to your money. You guys could be holding on to your money and saving your money. And this is something you need to be honest about. Maybe you're like, oh, should I start working? And maybe this is saying, you know, be honest with yourself. Whatever it is that you're feeling deep down, maybe is the best for you. It also says you are gorgeous inside out. Maybe inside and out. Maybe you are a very caring, loving person. Maybe you have sympathy, or you're feeling bad for someone who maybe isn't making that much money, or is losing money, or having difficulties with money. And it's very sweet that you care, but also know that this is something that they have to resolve within themselves. You can't give everything away to try and help them. Do the best that you can, of course, have compassion, and probably find some understanding for them and why they are probably, you know, on this anxious, angry situation, because they're feeling unstable in their life. Have some sympathy for them, but also don't, you know, don't disrespect your boundaries or over, like, give too much away. Respect yourself. We have L, A, J, K, H, J again. We have A and H. We have a little like band ukulele thing. Maybe music can help serenade this person to calm down. May help this person. You may also want to communicate with them some ideas, because I feel like you're very wise and you're like a wise owl, and you may give good advice. The owl also represents abundance, clairvoyant, and treasures. Money squirrels when out of balance because it's in reverse. Money squirrels and scarcity. There could be possibly in the future, you could be someone who's very abundant and may have a lot of treasures in the future that may come to you. Right now you could be suffering though because of it's in reverse, scarcity. It says you could be also, this owl may be representing you, very mysterious, outward creature found in folklore. The owl represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. Those things could be you. Maybe you are like a fortune teller for this person, or you're very clairvoyant, or you could be like literally a treasure towards this person. You could also bring abundance toward this person. Maybe you in the future will become very rich or wealthy, and you may in the future bring wealth to this person. And it says, trust the wellspring of treasure is infinite. So treasure could possibly be coming towards you in the future. Okay, here's some words. What are some words? We have glee. Glee could be, the word glee could be significant. We have fanboy. We have immeasurable love. I just thought of immeasurable love for each other. Love. We have come. Could be like someone's telling you to come somewhere. We have daylight. We have arrival. Maybe arriving, going somewhere, arriving in daylight somewhere. And we have arm. Maybe someone has really long arms, or maybe someone has immeasurable love for being in someone's arms. Okay, thank you so much, Pile 5. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing. I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye! Hello, my beautiful Pile 6s. If you chose this reading, I just found this on the floor. This will be your message on what is the urgent spirit message that you need to hear right now. So we were given, I felt called to use the sexual tarot stuff for this pile. So you may have someone, the message for you is you may have someone come into your life very soon. New beginnings, we have number 1, and then conquest. They're going to try to conquer you and possibly like pursue you. They could be definitely interested in you right now, and it talks about definitely a new beginning coming into your life. Potentially an Aries, could be an Aries sign or have some sort of Aries placement. Specifically a sun though, Aries. And they could be possibly bursting into your life soon, driven by passion and adore. Also, it's like a new, it says conquest is a primal need of human beings without which there will be no desire to explore new lands and knowledge. In the imagination, the body and mind are beloved, are the terrain of conquest and endeavor to which we delegate all your strength and passion. Like, I think this person is definitely interested, seeking you, wants to seek you, and sees you as a future partner. And they could be coming into your life soon. You may actually even get married to this person or have a future with this person, because we have 10 of Cups, which is like the overall marriage card. And it says attachment. The attachment between two partners orients the relationship towards continuity and necessary to form a happy family. I think you guys might struggle with being too attached to each other. That might be one of the issues, but also I think you'll overcome it together, because it's like this relationship seems like it will last forever. Like it will be like, it doesn't, obviously don't get it twisted. If you start to end up being disrespected and like this relationship really doesn't work, then let it go, let it sail, and sell it like. But I feel like this relationship would last. You may also, there could be some other issues that might arise. For example, bankruptcy. It may impact this relationship a lot, and you may struggle a bit. We have endorsement. There might be some sort of endorsement and antagonize. You may antagonize each other and might start more issues. And communication is key, of course. So you may want to know that every relationship comes with these conflicts, and you may want to always try and communicate the best you can with this person. We have beautiful body. I can listen to you talk all day. These are some messages. Maybe you have a beautiful body. Maybe they have a beautiful body, because it kind of seems like both of you guys are nice looking. We also have I can listen to you talk all day. Maybe you guys love to listen to each other talk. We have sexy outfits. Maybe you guys will start dressing up, or you guys dress up together. We have pulling your hair. Maybe this person likes to pull your hair. We have initials. H came out twice and then also sneaked up on us again. So H could be an initial. We have Y, we have F, we have A, we have J, we have I, we have N, we have T. This could also be a Z. We also have a heart. We have bell. And this makes me think of like bells are ringing. I don't know why, like Christmas time. It also made me think of it's just a bell. So maybe like a pet you guys will get. And then little like knots here, like knotted. So, if that resonates, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in one of my next ones. If you liked it, please consider subscribing and leave a like. And yeah, so I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile sevens. If you chose the seventh pile of charms, this will be your reading on what your urgent spirit message is. So, we have the Ace of Swords came to us first, so this makes me think of new beginnings with either communication or conflict. I think more specifically with conflict because we have the Dream card, car spinning out of control or speeding. So you could possibly be feeling like lack of control in your life, maybe when it comes to a conflict that maybe arised in your life. This could be something about work related because we have boss here, and then it says, you care so much, I love it. Logical thinking. And then we have look at the bottom of the tarot deck for answers, which is this one. It says celebration, friendship, collaboration, creativity, friendship, communication, and happiness. 3 cups. So this could be a situation where maybe you need to let it run its course and not be so worried about this. It also says this situation could be causing you confusion, brutality, chaos, inner clarity. You may need to rethink this idea. You may have a lot of clouded judgment about this idea. This idea could be bringing you a lot of stress, and this could be a situation that maybe is a situation of someone else and not even your problem, but you could care so much about it and worry so much that it could be causing you some stress, and I think you need to let it go and let them figure it out. It could be specifically your boss, or maybe someone who maybe is a boss, and they need to figure it out themselves. And don't worry too much about it. Don't let it stress you out. And I think something that you may need to do is find relaxation, celebrate with your friends, collaborate more, find maybe more creativity, more of a community and more happiness in your life. Don't let this stress you out. I think this is something that needs to take its course. You could be having like dreams about losing control, and it's like just needing to relax and maybe rethink this idea, find a new solution, find a way to better help this situation, but not over give too much help. Don't, cut yourself short trying to help this person. I think also if this is your situation that you're having difficulties with, I think maybe rethinking a new idea, stepping back and maybe relaxing and coming back to it another time may help you and clear your clouded judgment. I think you could definitely have clouded judgment right now because maybe you're so in it right now that it's like you need to take a step back and look at it from an outside perspective, and come back when you feel ready to to rethink this. Like you may need to step back to rethink this. So some of the things we have here, we have a little peacock, we have J, we have A, we have P, we have B, we have G, we have Z or N. We have a little flower here, pink flower. We have like a little hummingbird. We have a snowflake, and we have the number 2, which talks about collaboration, or the number 2 talks about partnership, compassion, and I'm going to say duality. I think it's duality. It's talking about like between 2 people. So this could be a situation between 2 people that maybe you need to have more compassion with, and have like a partnership, work together to solve this. We have expiration, but don't cut yourself short. Let this person also figure this shit out themselves too. If it's between 2 people, we have Jamaica, expiration, Jamaica. We have computer. We have height. And we have get. So that is the message I have for you, Pile 7. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing. And I'll see you in one of my next ones. Bye! Hello, my beautiful Pile 8s. You are the last pile, but not the least. And so if you chose the last assortments of charms, this will be your reading on what is the urgent message you need to hear right now. So first off, the number 8 represents abundance, and so this could be talking definitely about your career. I think you are chasing the bag, literally, and like working hard on whatever career you're pursuing, and but there's some sort of blockage that might be causing you some harm or some issues that maybe a little message that needs to be resolved. It says, because it's in reverse, you could get the Ten of Pentacles, which is like the overall goal, like the end, the overall goal. You see, you want to be really wealthy, you want to be rich, you want to like have the bag, you know, which is the overall goal. But it's a little bit, there's some sort of blockage. So in reverse, it represents burden, loss, loneliness, or judgment. I think you may be feeling either lonely, maybe because you're working so hard. You could be feeling like there's some sort of financial loss. Maybe you're suffering right now. Obviously, I feel like a lot of people are, because the economy is not doing too hot. There could be some sort of burden that maybe you're holding on to. Maybe when it comes to this work, maybe like you are feeling judged for your work, or feeling like judgment, like someone is judging you, or there could be some sort of burden, like this workload is a burden because maybe you're putting work before your family. Another thing too, it came in reverse. You might need to start putting more effort into your work. This could be like vice versa for whatever fits. Like if you feel like you need to spend more time with your family, do so, because family is most important, more important than work, and that's how it should be. It should be first your health, you, your family, and then work. That's the list that I think is most important. And like loved ones. But this could also be a message saying like you may need to start putting in some more effort into this work. So I guess take it how it resonates. We also have this card. The more you hide it, the more it will kill you inside. There could be something that maybe is causing a lot of burden. Maybe you're feeling very lonely, and maybe that's something you're not sharing, and maybe you need to start saying that you feel lonely and you need to start spending more time with people like your family. We have consistent. You could be very consistent with your workload, very consistent. Like you could be very structured, very stable with your workload, very stable with your work. And this is saying like, this is a good thing. You're very consistent. And then we also have another positive message. You are gorgeous in and out. You may be very thoughtful, very caring, very compassionate, a very beautiful human being inside and out. We have, this makes me think of taking a risk. You may need to take a risk in your life that might help you. We have X, we have M, we have D, we have two P's. I just thought of PP because I don't know why I pushed them together. But we have Q. We have a little heart with wings. We have a little Pegasus, taking action, moving quickly. I think you definitely need to, because it's in motion. You may need to take a risk and jump in with both feet towards something that might help you bring some change into your life instead of staying in this situation. We have days, we have eyes, we have decolation, and joy. Maybe this situation, whatever this risk, may bring you a lot of joy. You also may need to do some reflection on this job. There may be a potential other job opportunity that might bring you a lot more joy, and may allow you to spend more time with your family. Okay, thank you so much, Pile 8. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you in one of the next ones. Bye!